So, Cormac, this is just so cool. Would you mind if I put this on YouTube?
No, it's
Okay,
cool.
you heard it, folks. I have this.
I'm in trouble now.
Now let's see if we get self-conscious.
Right.
Who would get self-conscious? About what?
Right.
Right? Because there's actually nothing happening. But do you notice that it feels like there's something happening now that we're recording? It feels like we're supposed to be funny and profound now. We were being funny and profound up until the time I got on the camera.
I think you're always funny and profound, Fred.
Oh, I'm glad to get that on tape. Hear that, folks? Get your cards and letters and checks.
Very good.
Yes, so what we've been discussing is nothing. Right?
Yeah.
And what's been discussing nothing?
Nothing.
Right. But there's a sense of something.
Yeah, there is.
But there's no one who has it.
Yeah, it's not owned by anyone. Yeah.
No, it's just like this. It's just like the sense of being. There's a sense of being here. I can report.
Yeah, there's an aliveness. Yeah.
There's an aliveness here. There's a sense of aliveness here.
Right.
I can report. I don't know if there's an aliveness or not because I don't know what's dead. I don't know what dead means.
It's just part of the movie. The Walking Dead.
That's it. Yeah, that's right. That's right. There's no opposite to this lifing. There's no opposite to this.
Yeah.
So there's never a matter of, there's no such thing as a matter of life and death because there's no opposite to what we call life. But when we say what we call life, there's no one that calls it life. But it feels like there's two of us that call it life and we're coming together to discuss it. But actually, it's it coming to discuss itself.
From two perspectives
because the consciousness because these bodies are consciousness trees, somehow they have appeared to manifest within the nothing.
Right.
And whenever there's an appearance of bodies manifesting within the nothing, there is the arising of what we call consciousness. Right?
Right.
So there's
but it's the same consciousness.
It is. There's only one thing going on. This consciousness, which is currently active because there are these beings, this consciousness is not other than that from which it springs, which is whatever that is that we can't talk about.
The source.
The source. We can talk about. We can say that, but when we say that, we have to notice that that's a symbol. That source is a symbol. It's a word that we're using so that we can talk about what can't be talked about.
Right.
You see that word? It's a pointer from me to me.
Yeah.
That there's something.
It's circular. Yeah.
That there's something prior to this. Because I know I am. There's that. I actually don't know that. My sense is that there's a sense of being here.
Right.
But there's no I who has it. But when there is a sense I am, when there is a sense of being, that's all there is. There's a sense of being.
Pure being, yeah.
But you keep putting that in.
Okay. Yeah, that's extra.
Being or
Yeah.
sense of being? What can you actually report?
It's like it's a beingness or an aliveness.
It's beyond either one, isn't it? I can't,
Yeah.
because that's the reason that I can't tell you that I'm not. I certainly can tell you that
You can't, yeah.
no, but I can't tell you that I am. I can't make statements like that.
Right, yeah.
There's nothing to make those statements. There is a sense of being, and that occurs whenever these consciousness trees have appeared to manifest within the dream, which is also just appearing to manifest.
It's wild, isn't it?
There's not actually anything happening here, right?
It's wild.
Yeah. Could you see that there's nothing happening here? And do you see that there's nothing that knows that? Because they're just not. So nothing is getting quite an education this morning.
It's getting a workout.
Nothing's getting much clearer than it was. What the fuck is that about, right?
Nothing doing nothing, and lots of it.
Saying there's just this languaging, right? That's happening.
Yeah, well, there's a yeah, but there is an impulse to describe it or to allow it. I don't know.
Yeah, which impulse is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Is that there?
Fucked if I know.
So impulse is, I won't say that there's not an impulse. I'm just saying that no one has it.
Yeah.
And if anyone thinks they do, then that's a Fred or a Cormac.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Because Fred notices that there's an impulse to describe this to. Who am I going to describe this to? Shit, I got to make up an other so I can describe myself to an other. Right? There is no other. So that impulse is just another word for entertainment. Because there's an impulse to try to describe this. And but there's also, you can notice that there's an impulse to improve this.
Yeah, well, there's an impulse to be here, to enjoy this, to be alive, to be alive. It's that.
For who? Whose impulse is it?
Yeah, it's just life, isn't it? It's not personal. It's just.
Oh, there's nothing personal.
It's this life force that wants to be here in this world and wants to create and do and inhabit. Yeah, it's beautiful. It's amazing.
Yeah, let's review some of those book titles we were talking about earlier that are such wonderful pointers, but we just blow right past them trying to get to the good stuff.
Yeah, all the details.
My friend Peter wrote, consciousness is all, right?
Consciousness is all, yeah.
So he didn't really need a book. He just knew I'll never sell this phrase. So he put a lot of shit down on paper.
Yeah, you need something.
Put the title, which is the whole point, the whole thing, title, and said, okay, this is $10. Because when you just throw it out there, consciousness is all, it's not worth anything and no one pays any attention to it.
I know.
But when you hook lots of words to it, now that's something.
Now there's something meaty in there, yeah.
We were talking about
I can learn something from this. Yeah.
Another book title that we like is Freedom from Imagination.
Yeah, fantastic.
Which is what this is, except for that it is freedom from imagination, but it's still being imagined. But not by anybody. It's just happening. Or it's not even that. It appears to be happening. To who?
Yeah, because total freedom from imagination would be
Total freedom from
Nothing.
imagination.
Total emptiness. Nothing.
Right. There's no sense of being.
Nothing. Yeah.
Nothing.
Just flatline.
But it's not nothing talking to itself. It's just nothing.
The total vacuum, maybe.
Total vacuum.
Void. Yeah.
Right. Which is what I notice when I think about when I try to think about awakeness.
Yeah.
When I try to think about what can I recall prior to Fredness, the answer is zero. And what can I accurately project post-Fredness?
Nothing.
So there's just this.
That's it.
But it's such a disappointing this.
I don't know about that.
It's supposed to be more than this.
Well, like you said earlier, it's the dream that's the miraculous,
right.
incredible,
I really thought I would be clearer about nothing than I am. Because that was Fredness, that's Fred wanting to wake up. Fred wants to be clear about nothing.
Fred wants to control the experience and wants to be relevant and wants to be heard.
Teacher, put the gold star by my name. I, Fred, have achieved enlightenment. Right? Yeah. And while you're putting gold stars around, put one on my forehead so everybody else can see it.
It's crazy.
Now I can be the enlightened wonder. I can be the meat puppet on stage. I can garner everybody's attention except for the fact that there's not anybody.
Well, somebody has to do it in the movie, right?
Somebody has to do it in the movie. Why is that? Because that's the way it is.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And in this movie, I mean, there's nothing. There's just we call it a screen, but it's just the screen is just like it's the ground of being itself, which is beyond what we can talk about. Right? Really,
our little minds can't handle it.
Right. So
can't process it.
But it wouldn't be evident if we had them. But it'd be hard for us to have them when there's no meat.
Yeah.
They're just this.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's the part that disappoints me is that there's just this as it is. I was hoping there'd be more.
But what else could there be? I mean,
there can't be anything more because there's just this.
But within the dream, there's absolutely everything and anything. I mean, it's tremendous.
That's right.
What an amazing production.
Yes. It's
just magical.
It's the greatest show on earth. P.T. Barnum.
It is. Yeah, very good.
Barnum got his tricks.
Yeah.
It's the greatest show in the cosmos. It's the cosmic joke, isn't it?
It's vast. It's breathtaking.
It is absolutely breathtaking. What we're doing here with what seems like a word jumble to other people, but I know it's not with you. I mean, as if there was a you over there, but it'll just within the play. I know
not today.
I know you're right. Within the play, what we're doing is we're moving further and further back.
Right, we're backing up.
We're ripping apart assumptions, starting with the fact that I'm a Fred Davis and this is what a Fred Davis looks like. That's the core assumption that everybody has. I mean, not everybody thinks they're Fred Davis, but everybody thinks that they're this, that they are this. They're this person. That's what everyone believes.
Yeah, we have to.
Yeah, but we have to. If there's going to be a we.
Yeah.
Yeah, which there doesn't need to be a we.
Correct.
Not one. Even when we think there's a we, there's not.
Yeah.
Right? It's just, but there's an experience of we. But it's not anybody's experience.
It's not personal.
No, it's not personal. That's it. So another book, Normal is Nothing Personal. Right?
Yeah. Or I was thinking of The Truth Is. That's a Papaji book, I think. The Truth Is. Isn't that it?
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
it
The
would be a
Truth
good
Is.
title.
Yeah.
And I've not read it. I've not seen it, but that's a great book title. The Truth Is, because that's the
Truth
thing.
is. It just is. Yeah.
But when you see, but I don't want to believe it is, because I want to look for it.
Right.
Which means I got to believe this ain't it. Because in this, so I am the screen, and upon which the movie is playing, and in this movie, I'm looking for a screen.
It's wild. It's wild.
Back. You see, we just take it layers. You know that you've read before where they talk about take it back, but they don't tell us what they mean when they say take it back. This is what they mean.
Well, I can certainly feel it. You
can feel it. That's the whole thing, right? It's felt.
It's like a perspective shift or something. It's like
for nobody.
Yeah. It's like it's just like the camera's been panned back or something. Yeah, it's like
that's it. Because the camera, in ordinary life, the camera starts right. I mean, the panning, the camera pans the area, but the panning begins here.
It's right on top of you. It is you.
Right. No. It's the panning starts here, and reality is what's in front of us.
Right.
The reality starts just about this far outside of my skin.
Yeah.
I don't ever count this as being part of one. I'm trying to have an experience of reality.
Right.
What am I doing when I'm trying to have an experience of reality?
You're ignoring reality.
You're ignoring reality. You're going right past the reality.
Jumping over it. Yeah.
You're
it's amazing.
You're jumping over it. That book of undoing, because we just think I have to get something in order to understand, in order to experience reality. But what I'm doing is I'm making something up right there, which is a me who needs something to experience something else.
Yeah. You're creating something that doesn't exist to reinforce what doesn't exist.
Which is this, which is
Fred
Davis. Because now I have a mission. And my mission as Fred Davis is to go out and find truth. And then save the world by teaching truth. Because they all need it so badly. All of these individuals need to be awakened. But there's no individual. There's no one to save. There's nothing to save. There's nothing to be saved from. There's just this. But this is so simple. Because there's nothing to chase. There's nothing to, you can't, there's pondering, but we can't say that anyone's pondering it. But there does appear to be pondering. But that's just an appearance.
It's like a total collapse.
It's a total collapse, right. And in that total collapse, that's what we can't really get there with language. Because what we are is prior.
Is language, yeah.
Well, language is not other than us, but it is not equal to us. It's just like this experience. This is not other than us, but it's not equal to us. Your video is frozen. All your video is frozen. I bet you got knocked out with your little bandwidth. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. But it certainly has been wonderful. Thank you, Cormac in Dublin, for spending some time with me here today. And I'll see you on YouTube. Bye, pal.